I mean, I like how you put me in the immediate position of being in violation of Health Canada, the FDA, and potentially non-licensed medical advice. But
A lot of questions about, can heat alleviate depression?
heat?
Heat therapy. Can heat therapy and the use of it alleviate depression? And I know that there's probably studies out there, and we could reference those studies, but what I really want is, have you seen any anecdotal testimonies from the Facebook group that kind of confirm or deny that?
I mean, I like how you put me in the immediate position of being in violation of Health Canada, the FDA, and potentially non-licensed medical advice. But I don't know what type of qualification you would need to say that heat therapy would alleviate depression, but I'm sure I don't have it, whatever it is. The first thing I would say is we've seen plenty of anecdotal experience from sauna users that, yeah, do you think it'd be possible if we just blinded me a little bit more with the things? You should leave that in there, by the way.
Oh, it's going to be in there.
We've seen plenty of anecdotal evidence that supports certain rituals, alleviating symptoms of depression. Obviously, I'm not qualified to say that any of those modalities would treat depression or cure a particular, disease, illness, whatever you want to call it. But what I would point you to is somebody that has significantly more clinical experience than I, which is the research of Dr. Ashley Mason in California. They have the whole body hyperthermia experiment. I was in contact with her maybe a year before they published that. And so she's done some wonderful, wonderful things. I think it's still basically just a pilot. Well, I use the word pilot. I don't know if that's correct or not, but basically they're attempting to do a full study. Mm-hmm. But you have to, you pretty much have to have a proven formula first. Then you need funding in order to do a full study. You need lab access. You need participants. You need to, garner all these things and have everything lined up to do the study itself, capture the data, and then present the research. But there's a lot that goes into validating such a thing, so it's a several year long process. It's not going to be overnight where they just have, a randomized group come in and be like, oh yeah, it works or it doesn't work. That's not how it goes. So it's quite extensive, but they're actively working, in the lab and with people. And, so are we. There's 20,000 people in the Facebook group. There's one lady in particular that posts all the time and, says, hey, if I do this, this, and this in the sauna schedule, I have a much reduced, set of issues in that area. I don't want to speak for her, but you can see from the preliminary findings, they have some things in there about executing whole body hyperthermia at a particular core temp, or basically getting the core temp to a particular degree. And then there's evidence speculating that there is lasting effect from that, which is what you're asking about. Mm-hmm. But I'm not the guy that has the qualifications that could substantiate it for you. So I don't want to speak out of turn, but I do think it's helpful for people to look at that.
Can you give an anecdotal, like your own experience type deal? Like, have there been times when you haven't felt super great, or like you're not feeling super optimistic? Life, inevitably will wear you down over time. Mm-hmm. Have there been times where sauna has specifically helped you kind of like upkeep that morale about life?
Yes. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's a mood booster. I mean, I wouldn't say that you're aware. You don't have the body awareness like you do in a cold plunge to notice that you get like an endorphin hit. Your overall sense of well-being goes up when you do sauna. It doesn't matter if it's infrared, traditional, Finnish, hot rock, steam, near infrared, far infrared. Exposing the body to heat therapy consistently on a schedule, generally people feel better.
And do you think that has to do with just the heat therapy, or do you think it's the regimen of it, or do you think it's the taking time to kind of focus on yourself?
Good question. I think it's multifaceted. You are supporting, the act of heat therapy, sweating, hyperthermic response. You're supporting a system that the body already implements naturally, but you're also assisting that where we don't get that stimuli in our normal day-to-day life, working a 9-to-5 job, living in the city. Mm-hmm. And so you're also stimulating some cardiac function that is similar to low-level movement. I don't even want to use the word exercise, because if you're not even in zone 2. If you're low zone 1, it would be akin to like walking and stuff. But for a lot of people, I think it's multifaceted, because I think a lot of people work an office job, or they have kids, or they're busy, and it's hard for them to make time for themselves, to do self-care. And I think just implementing sauna, number one, breaks up that routine, forces them to take time for themselves. I mean, you're basically sitting in a hot box for however long. That allows you to have a choice of what you do with that time. You can use it as contemplative time, meditative time. Maybe you get lost in a show, whatever. You get a mental break. Plus, you're getting the spike in core temp. You're getting the sweating. You're getting, some of the accelerated detoxification effects versus just going for a 20-minute, 30-minute walk. Usually it's not vigorous enough for you to sweat that much. So the sauna is creating that for people that don't really sweat that much. Obviously, if you train, you're in the gym all the time, whatever. That's not the case for you. But
when you started using sauna, as you start to detox, there has to be a level of like your body is starting to actually function and feel better. Mentally, I'm going to feel a lot better. I mean, you personally, very much so, have been through that exact thing.
Well, first and foremost, it is documented that sauna can remove compounds from the adipose tissue, but without the aid of supplements or some type of prescription medication, it does take 5 or 6 months for that to happen. It's a slow, gradual process, and that's what you want. You wouldn't want to everyone says, oh, you sweat out these toxins. That's not really correct. You are mobilizing things that are stored in your fat cells that then go through the lymphatic system, they get dumped in the blood, and then you're excreting them after they're processed from your organs. So not everything comes out through the skin. Some pesticides, some other compounds will come out through the skin, but everyone says you sweat out heavy metals. That's not really how it works. So slow and gradual, slow and steady does win the race, because what you don't want to do, the body is intelligent. You're storing things in your fat cells to avoid acute exposure to the organs that could cause damage. So like, an example would be if you go to the dentist and somebody drills out your mercury amalgam fillings and you have an acute exposure of mercury, your body doesn't always just get rid of all of it. A lot of times it'll store some of it, because that would be too much for your organs to process in circulation at one time. So you would have potentially death, organ damage, you can have all kinds of things. So there's an intelligent mechanism to the process, and it works the same way in reverse when they come out. So it's slow and steady, small amounts of mobilization. Unless you're doing something like synthetic chelation, you wouldn't do anything that would harm yourself or otherwise speed that process up in an unhealthy way. Certain supplements and things can do that. But to answer your question in a short way, there is documentation that shows adipose tissue removal of compounds over 5 to 6 months usage of sauna without doing anything else. So there's merit to the idea of detox, but you're supporting and accelerating something that the body does naturally. People think that the equipment is creating the process. That's not correct. The body is intelligent. It's doing it on its own already. You're just supporting it and accelerating that process. For me, it was ultimately my labs. It was labs were required in order to get me convinced. Because back in 2016, when I was having my initial troubles, I went to the functional medicine doctor maybe 3 or 4 times, and she kept telling me, you need to be in an infrared sauna like yesterday. You need to do this. You need to do sauna. You need to do this, all this stuff. And I was like, yeah. I just didn't believe her. Another reason why I didn't believe or want to believe is because of the price of these things. I was like, and back then, a name brand was like $6,500 for a flagship. That'd be like $10K now. But, a cheap one was $3,000, or you get like an Amazon one for $999, $1,000. And so I didn't believe in it, so I wasn't willing to spend the money and do that. And so finally she kept hounding me, and she kept pointing me towards this near infrared heat lamp sauna called a Sauna Space. And at the time, those are $5,000 now. At the time, it was $3,000. And it's nothing more than a little stool like that one over there. It's upstairs. I have one now, but I didn't have one then. It's that canvas tent thing.
That's the one that she was recommending?
With the dowel poles, yeah.
Crazy.
Well, you have to remember, like, her job is just to get you, like, it's not her fault. Her job, obviously, I've come full circle on this. At one time, I was like, lady trying to talk me into some $1,000, thing, and I don't think I need it. I don't even think it works, all this shit. Her job, though, is to try to get you to utilize every healing modality to improve your labs. And so she's basing this off of the way that she was trained and the way that she approaches patient care. And so I don't think that stuff, nowadays is her fault. If anything, I have more respect for her now than I ever did. Mm-hmm. I think she does a wonderful service to her patients, humanity, everything else. But that was not enough by itself to convince me. Like, it's kind of weird to me that I'm the sauna guy now when I started out as, there's no way in hell I'm
A
doing that.
non-believer.
Well, I mean, the proof is in the pudding. I wouldn't spend money to do it. I wouldn't buy one. She basically had to shit me, multiple times for me to be like, okay. And what would happen is I'd go in there and she'd say, Matt, your labs are not improving. This level, and this level, it's not going to come down unless you do something else. You're just doing the same thing and you come back to me and, we have you on the supplement regimen and this, that, and the other. She's like, you need to be doing this like yesterday. Finally, I was like, okay. And I talk about this part a lot. I don't say the other part because when I was going through that, I didn't have the knowledge or the experience or the wisdom that I have to pull from now. And so in the beginning, I kind of blamed her for some of that circumstance, and you can see it in my earlier sauna videos. I'm frustrated. I'm trying to figure this out. I'm pissed off all the time, but I also feel like, I don't have the motivation. I'm not doing well. And I'm, following a bunch of bad advice, not from that lady, but, on the internet, it's not working. Right. And so I'm becoming more and more skeptical. I'm like, well, this doesn't work. Maybe she's wrong too, yada, yada, yada. But finally, what the turning point is that I went to a float tank place in Orlando, Florida, rented a sauna session, came out of there, and I was like, I feel like 10% better. Like, it was like my brain fog had lifted a little bit. Like, so there was something to it. And now it didn't last because I didn't have access to a sauna. So 3 or 4 days would go by and it would wear off. So it wasn't like enough in the beginning for me to truly get, great result. It wasn't like what you experience 4, 5, 6 months down the road, right, of regular use. But once I did that, I was like, okay, I got to get one of these in my house.
You're not going to tell somebody to go buy a $5,000 sauna if it's not right for them.
Nope.
But in my mind, I'm looking at it like a $200.
I'm not going to tell you to buy anything if it's not right for you.
But if somebody has been debating on it and they're like, man, I don't feel right. Something is wearing down on me and it's affecting the way I feel about life. A portable sauna or the DIY sauna or something cheap that they can get some sort of
DIY.
Yeah, some sort of start to it. You know what I mean? So could you give kind of maybe not steps, but what you would do if you were in the position, I guess?
Yeah, man. If I could go back.
Are we gonna get in trouble?
For what? I mean, you're not saying it's for specifically
Perfect.
anything.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool.
Neither am I.
All right, cool.
So no, it's not intended to treat, cure, address any particular disease in particular. We're talking about improving wellness as a whole right now. And so still not a doctor, not medical advice. Please see a licensed medical physician for that type of care. Yeah, if I had access to what I've created over the last few years during COVID, when I started, that would have been a huge help. For anybody that's wondering if heat therapy can help them, I would recommend the DIY sauna. We don't sell it. I just put together a little course that shows you how to make it because it didn't exist when I was working with that lady back in 2016. And even though I was renting sauna sessions and I was having good results, I was still not convinced that I needed to spend thousands of dollars and that I would get any benefit. So my first iterations of a DIY sauna were a dowel rod with heat lamp bulbs screwed to it. I have pictures of it somewhere. You can find them online if you look it up. Sitting in my shower with the shower curtain pulled closed, sitting on a stool, much like this one, and then a little Mylar film to kind of create an enclosure. It didn't really work that well. I didn't get great results. I was kind of sweating. It was very leaky. And then COVID came and I was staying in an Airbnb at the time. And I was like, man, I need to get some sauna therapy. I don't want to have an expensive sauna delivered here because I'm going to have to transport it and move it. I don't want to break it, all this stuff. How can I figure this out? Everyone else is in this position. And so I started ordering parts from Amazon. I'm like, okay, I know how to build this. I know how to build an insulated tent. I know how to set this up. And then the DIY sauna, was born. It was great because it only cost me back then like $200 in parts. I think today you can build it for about $350. You can find out more details on saunacourses.com, or you can go in the Facebook group and see, people's experiences with it. It works better than anything you're going to get on Amazon for $500 or $1,000. And it's not the prettiest thing. It's not wood. It doesn't have speakers and a glass door and all this. It's not perfect EMF VOC wise, but it works. It'll let you dip your toe in and you'll get great results with it versus doing nothing.
That's one thing. I think that's super helpful. What's another thing that a tangible step that could put them in the right direction that's worked for you?
It's movement and nutrition. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like the catch-all. Oh, yeah, walking. I mean, you have to move. Even if you feel like crap, I mean, you feel like total shit, can't get off the couch, wondering if you're going to die. You have to at least walk, if not some other type of strenuous exercise. Play is, if you're in that position in life, the best thing for you is play. So some type of, activity that you enjoy that involves movement is better than just forced, exercise in a gym. So I don't like volleyball, but if you liked volleyball, that's a great example. It could be anything. I used to race BMX as a kid. So if you went and built some BMX trails, in the woods somewhere or whatever, and you just had some leisure time doing that, excellent, excellent. Anything like that. The other thing is nutrition. We don't realize how much certain foods impact us because we're just used to them. So a lot of times people dealing with a brain fog or some type of, other stressor that's messing up their life. A lot of times, not every time, but a lot of times there's a food component that's going on there. There could be something that they're consuming regularly that they have no idea is creating inflammation. And that's translating into inflammation throughout their body and in their brain, giving them trouble that they don't even know is related. So doing something, I'm trying to think of things that are cheap or free. We're not trying to pitch expensive services to people that are struggling. Lord knows I've spent tens of thousands of dollars at these doctors and everything else. Some have worked, some haven't. I've never had a wonderful experience at one place that I would tell everyone to go, and it's 100%, great. There's always been pros and cons, different places. But I would say if anyone would look into like an elimination diet, if they're facing that, that's probably the best idea that you can do at home for free without labs to substantiate taking certain supplements. Because the other thing is you go on YouTube and you got this condition or that condition, you research it, and everyone's like, oh yeah, I took this, especially TikTok now, TikTok shop. Oh yeah, I took this and it alleviated that. Well, these people have no idea, what they're doing or suggesting. And so the only way that you would know is to have labs to substantiate. But that's expensive, it's timely, it's costly.
The last thing I actually think would be super helpful, and I don't think that you're going to say this, is if they join that Facebook group. No, I know it sounds ridiculous. Hear me out. If they join that Facebook group, they can ask these questions. That's the craziest thing for me, is that I didn't understand how valuable the Facebook group was before until I realized that people were asking the craziest questions. Like, hey, I'm struggling with this. And then 15 to 20 other people are like, I struggled with that.
That's true.
Sometimes 100 people are like, hey, I struggled with that too. So then they're able to get, at least they don't feel alone in the struggle, and they can see, oh, other people have dealt with this. I'm not sure this is going to work for me, but at least I have a direction to go in,
That's true. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah, you could ask, can I sauna standing on my head? It doesn't matter how wild it is. There usually is feedback from other people. In the more common ailments, the more people would generally reply. The obscure stuff, it's harder to... But yeah, that is a really good benefit. I didn't think about that. Thank you. And we try to keep it clean too. I actively ban people that are just like, oh yeah, try this, this, and this. And it's like one of those MLM programs they're trying to rope people into. You're gone. So we try to make sure that it's super, super helpful. So if there's something that you like from today's video, or you're looking for more resources, at CertifiedSaunas.com on the homepage, there's recommended sauna resources. If you're looking for a brand, a size, a model, reviews, installation videos on how to put them together. We have step-by-step tutorials that show you how to receive a sauna, how to prep your house for it. We're trying to make it as easy as possible for you so you don't have to wade through 4 hours of YouTube video to find the exact thing that you're looking for. But a lot of times in these episodes, I'll mention sauna hats, sauna accessories, different types of electrolyte supplements. If you want to put an infrared sauna in a cold basement or unheated garage, there's accessories or additional supplemental heat that you can add to it. If you continue down, you'll find everything that you're looking for that we've mentioned today. In addition to CertifiedSaunas.com, you can go to the Facebook group, which is the Certified Sauna Community on Facebook. It's our sauna group. There's no hardcore pitching. There's thousands of members in there that offer really, really, really good advice. I learn from them every day. I'm also contributing and answering questions in there every day. In addition to that, you can go to the Amazon store. A lot of people have requested on where to buy sauna towels, sauna hats, different various supplements, minerals, electrolytes. Now we have all this in one place on various lists on this Amazon store. So you can go to this one link and everything will be right there for you. See you in the next video.